Groovy.
Hello, I'm Xander Weber, the writer-creator of Tales of the Dead. I wanted to offer an update on the final episodes of this season, and share that there will be some changes coming to this channel over the summer. I worked for the Residents of Evil, and after almost 2 years of working there, I have with great consideration came to the conclusion it's best for me to quit working for the channel. All of my creature and character articles will live on here, on the Xander Xone, and will be reworked into videos. I'm also greatly considering a book on Resident Evil facts with a friend and partner of this channel named @ResiVegasPlays from Twitter. This change, and the name change to my channel, is leading to an expansion to cover horror movie news, live streams, gaming news, movie and game reviews, and Resident Evil creature and character analysis. The focus will be on horror, but I don't want to limit ourselves. We may cover other nerdy content in the entertainment world moving forward, but horror is my lifeblood, and without it, I wouldn't be here. So my drive will always be with that genre more than any other. I am currently putting a team together to help me with this, and I'm partnering with @ResiVegasPlays to cover gaming news. More content will come in the future, but this is just the beginning of the Xander Xone. I have a video coming soon on a possible Rob Zombie horror movie, but these videos won't be a regular thing for a while. That being said, the Xander Xone Productions will live on as part of this channel, but it will only make an appearance with my radio stories. So no, I will still continue to produce my shows, and I'm even planning more for the future. I know it's been a while since the last episode, but I've had nothing but trouble since beginning Chapter 7. Those issues have ranged from disappearing files, glitched recordings, extreme background noise, issues with my video editor, and that's not to mention the length to Chapter 7, the Raccoon Police Department, being over an hour in length. So it's taken me a while to finish that episode. I promise I am still working hard on these final episodes, and have even acquired a new professional mic, thanks to someone gifting me one. I want you all to know I won't quit Tales of the Dead. It's too important to me to ever stop, but I am doing all the editing myself. Now that I don't work for the Residents of Evil, this will be my focus. The biggest hurdle has been spending the last few months figuring out how to correct the issues at hand, which has led to some really frustrating nights at my computer. I'm not trained in this, so I've spent the last 2 years teaching myself everything I could absorb from YouTube. I finally learned Audacity is the way forward. I won't bore you with in-depth details, but this involves reformatting every file in Chapter 7 to remove the background noise, then having to convert the files back to MP4s and merge them with the old files so they appear in my hit film project for Chapter 7. Then I don't have to re-edit the entire episode. This is a long and tedious process because of course this happened in Chapter 7, when it has over 350 files. I will never complain about how long it takes production companies to edit again. I've almost completed Chapter 8, so I figured I'd offer a little sneak peek to the next 2 episodes. The final episode should go way smoother now that I have taught myself how to prevent the issues I've listed. Thank you all who have watched the show. I can't express how much it's meant to me. And thank you to all the actors who helped bring this vision to life. It wouldn't be the same without you. I'm still working on these episodes, and haven't balanced all the sound yet. I will in post-production, so this will be a little raw. In the meantime, I still want to offer you a look ahead for your patience, and for sticking with me on this journey. I hope you all enjoy. Stay tuned, and stay green, survivors.
Ha! You scared the shit out of me. Yeah, not many of us, but some. We've taken to trying to board up and close off as many areas as we can in an attempt to not be overwhelmed by the dead. It's slow going. I'm Officer David Ford, this is Officer Marvin Branagh, Officer Elliot Connolly, and Officer Diego Del Toro.
Of course, it always comes back to Cheapskate Irons, wherever the hell he is. Hope he stays there. We really don't need him trying to take over after his handling, or more mishandling, I should say, of the stars and his fucking hands-off approach to the cannibal disease in July.
I interviewed Jill myself. She stated Umbrella was responsible, and they were conducting illegal experiments in a secret lab underneath the mansion, which sounds absurd, but...
It's not as absurd as you think. They call the experiments bioweapons.
Despite us working for them, I think the three of us have came to the conclusion Umbrella needs stopped. At least I have. The two other soldiers shook their heads in agreement.
Fucking right they do.
Jill called them bioweapons too.
Here then, you'll have something a little stronger.
David walked to the glass locker in the back of the room, pulled out a key card, and put it in the reader. The red light on the reader turned green and beeped, followed by a click. David was now able to pull the sliding door open.
Here, take one of these. We're down so many officers, we have an extra one now. This belonged to, a really good officer.
All we want is information. No one else has to die.
But this is more fun. Besides, you lot were just in my way. If you had only followed my orders, you might have made it out of here with me.
He then turned back to Carpenter as rage began to burn like hellfire within him.
How much else did they control in this city? What the fuck is Operation Phoenix? Ugh! The man's screams were blood-chilling as the dog fed. The carrion canine viciously ripped Alan's bottom jaw clean off. There's plenty of room in the graveyard for all of you. Subscribe to the Xander Xone for more horror content coming in the future. Don't forget to annihilate the bell to be notified of future uploads.